3 habits that are keeping you poor. Trust me, I did them all. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting and host of the Big Stud Podcast. Please subscribe to the channel. We're going to limit the amount of videos, but try to make them more intentional for you. So please subscribe so you get alerted every week when a new video is released. Today we're going to talk about the 3 habits that keep you poor. And please listen, I've watched businesses fail, people fail, marriages fail, all because of these 3 things. The first is people not knowing their numbers. I will say this ad nausea for the rest of my life because I still deal with multiple million-dollar businesses who don't know their numbers. What I mean by numbers is, what does it cost to run the business? What's the overhead? What are my job costs? Like, am I actually profitable on these projects? What am I spending on marketing? What is my average lead generation cost? Those are some more detailed ones, kind of in the weeds, but like just general, do you even have a P&L? Do you have a bookkeeper? Do you know what a P&L is? Profit and loss statement. Do you know what a balance sheet is? If you're just saying, well, there's money in the bank account and I got money to pay bills this week and payroll is covered, and that's the only thing you're judging your success on, you, sir or ma'am, are failing. And I hate to say it, it may not be short-term failure, but you are going to dig a very deep grave. But if nothing else, just start tracking your expenses per job. Track them in your CRM. Like I use Market. Market is a great CRM, and you can put expenses right into there by job, and you can track of what percentage profit did I have on that job. Also understand the difference between gross and net profit. I'm gonna dig into this on a future video a little bit deeper, but like if you look at a project and say, oh, I made 40% on that, we're doing pretty good. That's your gross profit. Net profit is after you subtract all of the overhead expenses, rent, insurance, salaries, extra runs to Home Depot, which we're gonna talk about here in a second. All these things that go into running the business, marketing, advertising, that are not part of the actual project. So knowing your numbers, absolutely, by far, number 1. Number 2, overspending on dumb shit. You know right now there is a box from Amazon on your front porch. There is a Home Depot receipt. There's a Northern Tool receipt. There is something somewhere that you know you're looking at right now saying, I probably didn't need that. But it's not just you. What I think a lot of business owners miss is when you create that, well, we'll just buy another one mindset, everybody on your team starts to get that mindset and they stop being resourceful and making what they have work or fixing what they have or making it work in regardless of, and just say, well, we'll just buy another one. That man's made of money. That business owner's got money all over the place because they just look at the gross numbers. Oh, that's $1 million project, man. That guy's a millionaire. It probably costs you $1.05 million to run that project. You know it's true. You're losing money, but they don't realize that, so they're just gonna keep spending your money. So plan ahead so you're not making 5 to 10 Home Depot runs a day, because those little trips add up, not just from the expense at Home Depot on the wasted material that you don't actually need to buy, but also the man hours, the labor time of the drives back and forth, because when they're not on projects, you ain't making money. So stop spending money on dumb shit. You don't need a lot of the stuff you're doing. That being said, there is still, you got to spend money to make money. So there's a balance, but understand what the initiatives of the quarter or year are. If whatever you're looking to buy does not directly line up with what your mission or targets for that quarter or year are, don't spend the money on it yet. Don't spend money like, well, I'm going to get this extra thing because, like the winter's coming up, we might need it. Bro, it's March. Let's not worry about winter 2021. Let's focus on first and second quarter this year. What do we need to operate right now? But it's a good deal. No, it's not. Because by the time you get there, you may not even need it, which means it's not a good deal. It means you lost money on it. So if you're figuring out like what's the right thing to spend money on, look at the short-term, quarterly or yearly targets and initiatives and focus on investing in those, not just across the board, and get a handle on your project material orders and what's coming up so you can plan ahead so that people are just not making 5 Home Depot runs a day, because that'll absolutely kill you. And third, and by far the most important one, is the mindset around money. There's a lot of people out there that struggle with being wealthy, and it's bad and it's uncomfortable, and I'm used to having debt, or I don't know what I should charge, or I don't know what I'm worth. You got to get over the fact of this is worth this. Like this effort is worth this dollar figure. And realize that this value that you bring is worth a cost, a value, an investment. So if you're the best around, if you communicate the best and show up the best and deliver the best work, you should be charging more than everybody else. Stop letting your marketplace control you back down to, yeah, but the other guy's not charging that. But the other guy doesn't have the wrap trucks, doesn't have the overhead, doesn't have the office assistant that's actually answering and calling people back. So you have to look at what am I doing? How am I creating a better service? What is the value that I actually bring to the ecosystem? And don't be afraid to charge what you're worth. Because I know for a fact right now, there is somebody in your business world, in your market, in your industry that is charging way more than you are and is winning. You think that's just by chance? You think they're the only one in the world that can cater that type of value or that type of price point? No, you just haven't believed it yet. You haven't committed that what I do is worth this amount of money, and I'm going to own that, and I'm going to control it, and I'm not going to get pushed back. I'm not going to get pushed around by clients. So get control. Understand what it is that you want to do. Understand the value that you bring, but know that I am worth it. The mindset around retracting from an hourly rate or $100,000 is a lot of money, or I don't know why, so I wouldn't spend money on that, or I wouldn't pay for that, so why would anybody else? You got to cut that shit out. It's going to hold you back. So get your mind around, I want this. I want this goal, I want this vision, I want this for my life, I want this for my family, and go out and charge what you're worth so that you can have all of those things come to life for yourself. Please start to believe in what you're actually worth and hold firm to that price point, because there's somebody out there right now winning more at a higher price than you are, and it's probably just not fair that they are doing that and you're not committed to doing it the same way. So those are 3 ways, 3 habits, 3 things that I know keep people poor. You don't know your numbers, you spend money on stupid shit, and your mindset around building wealth is not where it needs to be. Focus on those 3 things, and I promise you, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months from now, you will be in a significantly different financial position. Again, I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting, helping you win fast